Turn the mic on. There we go. We got some music going. Okay, that should work. Welcome back, everybody. Tim Claus, welcome in. Sorry about the last. I started up and then the internet died, so I had to reboot everything. And now it's hopefully gonna work. We'll see if it stays. We'll try our best. How are you doing this week? Hope you have a good week. Welcome in, everybody. We are doing the viewer suggestion today. Gonna see what we can do. And now I've got two. Now I've got two streams going. Cool. I have no idea what's going on, but whatever. Here we are. We're going to hope for the best. We are going to hope for the best. Let me know if you can't hear me or anything, or if the music is too loud. We're just going to roll with it. Just going to roll with it. I'm not sure. This might not have gotten put in our playlist. Let me check. Let me check. I did. There we go. Okay. Things should hopefully be functional now. Save that. Put that there. We do have a couple left on the list. If we finish up with that, we'll work on something else. I have a commission I'm working on right now. Two commissions I'm working on right now. So we'll try to get that done as well. We're going to go probably till about 12:30 today. I'm going to let the boy stay up a little bit because he had an early lunch. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm afraid I'm going to have to start doing well, my brain just stopped. I'm afraid I'm going to have to do 3D stuff for the game, and I don't know if I want to do that. I really want to keep things 2D. I like the puppet idea. We'll see what happens. It might be that I have to do some 3D stuff and then like kind of finagle it so it looks 2D. Which could be doable, it could be fun. Oh, wow. Could be a fun little tower. I like the idea that things just get like kind of 3D printed out of stone. That'd be kind of neat. I'm gonna have to think about this a little more. Something like that. I feel like that might be a little too loud on the TV. Okay. I got new glasses this week that are just for the computer. And if I stand up and walk away from the computer, I can't see anything. I have to think about that. Double glasses. Here we go. Double glasses. It looks like a little tiny, what's the Spanish word for mission? A little Spanish mission? We'll have to just cut away the stone. It'll be fun. That's a little project we're going to have to figure out next week, I think. Start making things look like they look like stuff. Ooh, kind of like that. This depends on what the building's supposed to do, right? It's a little defensive place. Just have little spikes. I'm trying to keep things sci-fi, but or not sci-fi, but sci-fi is just where my comfort zone is. So we'll have to think about that. We'll have to think about that. Maybe I should look at like some sea anemones or clams or snails. I think that would be pretty sweet. Blip, 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 blip. Tentacle monster here. Glub, 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 glub. Alright, that's probably good for that. I think I'm warmed up. I'm ready to go. Do the list! We only have 3 today, so I think I'm just going to roll with it. Big burly jackal, Anubis type character. Lupin man, all beef, scars. I feel like, I mean, I know who's suggesting these. The big buff scarred people. Is it the same character I'm drawing, or is it just like a type? I gotta know. I gotta figure that out. The Anubis part is weird, because Anubis is not normal. I gotta look it up. I gotta look up how jackals look. Anubis is not technically a jackal, I don't believe. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. Let's do it. Put that over there. It's basically just Gnosis from League of Legends. Dave, welcome in. Did your name change, or did my brain just break and I've been reading it wrong for the last who knows how long? Yeah, Chinese or Italian? I'm just gonna grab this image. We're gonna paste it over here. Dude, welcome in.
Hey.
Where? I'm not in the live stream chat. Sorry. Okay, we're good.
Ooh, Anubis, or jackal.
It's an Anubis jackal in the, I guess I don't need to call out the people that are making these suggestions, but if you're a long time watcher, you know who it is. Gotta make him buff. Which feels like counterintuitive to a jackal. But
Yeah. You'd think they would be, sleek and skinny.
mm-hmm.
Especially since, like, Egyptian jackals are all, like, they all look like they're designed after sighthounds, not actual jackals.
I thought that was the case. Like, unless it's, or is it that the jackal that Anubis is based off of is just extinct now?
I'm not sure anymore. I used to think that I had an answer to that question, and then like 4 other sources said, actually that's wrong. So I don't know.
I mean, the internet and urban myth is, is to coincide, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it is unfortunately becoming harder to determine real sources, which is frustrating. So I don't know.
I don't want to like. I don't want to dissuade that thought, because I think that's a fair thought. But I think falling into the despair of just being like, oh, it's harder now. It shouldn't be. It should be way easier to verify sources now.
Yeah. And I don't actually think like the process has actually gotten more difficult. It's just you have to wade through a lot more flop.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
more
all.
important to be diligent. I think is a better way that I would say it. Like,
that's fair.
there is more bullshit on the internet than there used to be.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
That's all.
Jackals, the pointiest coyote's cousin. Yep, that's it. That's it, Hashi Brown.
But whatever the Egyptians did for their jackals, they are incredibly beautifully designed. So wherever they come from, I dig them.
I do like the gold. I like the gold on black. It's a cool aesthetic. Arcane
Vibrant.
did a really cool thing with the gold body paint / tattoos / arcane runes. They don't really ever explain what it is. But,
I think my understanding was it was the implication of the same sort of thing as the stigma you get in Pathfinder and D&D for elemental, elemental people.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Is like they kind of allude to that. They allude that it might be because the person is magically touched, but they never really. Maybe they do talk about it more towards the season 2 end, but like I can't tell. Like, is it gold? Is it paint? Is it not? I don't. It's never. I thought it was like a tattoo or paint initially, but then it's like, oh wait, no, that just might be on her skin.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I think you're right. I don't think they ever actually address it. Although I could be wrong as well, because I can't really remember, and I have not watched every episode of Arcane, so
It's good. It's good.
yeah.
Watch it.
No, it's I mean Fortiche. Ooh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, great job.
So good.
Trauma. The whole show is about trauma.
Have you seen any of the latest? The last one. There have been like 2 lore drops, I think.
From League of Legends.
Yeah, for the upcoming whatever comes after Arcane.
Oh, I literally just watched Arcane like 2 weeks ago, so.
Okay, cool. All right.
I saw
won't
the first
spoil
season
anything.
a long time ago, but I lost access to Netflix for many times.
Sure.
I just recently.
If the child isn't being difficult at the end of stream, I'll send you a link to the latest like short video, because it's got the last 2 short videos, because it's got some cool stuff. It's introducing new champions that appear to be probably important for upcoming story.
Is that the We Love Noxian or whatever?
I don't think so.
Okay, I've seen a few like weird League of Legends shorts pop up. I thought they were like a fan thing, but maybe they're legitimate.
You might have seen some fan things, but there are. Oh, it might actually be 3 now. There are 2 that I'm thinking of specifically.
Do they deal with Darius, the guy with the big axe?
No.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So there might be something else I saw.
Yeah, two of the videos involve oh, I can never remember her name. I think it starts with an O, but she's got like purple hair and throws a bunch of magic orbs.
Shoot.
I think she's like support.
Yeah, I love her, the character. I just can't think of the name. I want to say Aurelia, but that might not be right.
That sounds right to me. It might be Aurelia. Yeah, no. So there's some cool lore. Somebody, a champion has died, which is different from normal League of Legends lore. So it looks like Arcane is kind of doing its own thing, or is not counting all champions' lives as sacrosanct.
They did a weird thing in Arcane compared to the game. I think that I just have to preface this though. One of the funniest thing I think that someone has ever said about Arcane is that the worst thing about Arcane is that it tricked people into thinking that League of Legends is good. And so they did a really cool thing as they were releasing Arcane, that they brought out the skins from the show, which I think is really cool. And they also started like rewriting some of the in-game lore to better fit the show. And I think that's a really cool idea. Like the show itself is not should not be. Sorry, I said the show. The game itself should not be held sacred to its own lore, because it's kind of all just bullshit and made up anyways. And all of the characters are ethereal in nature. So
yeah, they're especially since the game is literally them all fighting like a free-for-all battle in an alternate dimension called Summoner's Rift, exactly. where everybody dies and nobody dies.
So it's and like the people show up and disappear all the time, and like they're constantly fighting with or against. Like the funny thing is, when the game came out, what they would do is every 2 weeks they would release a new champion. Like that's how fast they were releasing them.
Wow, I did not realize it was that many fast.
But I mean, like that was from the beta, where they had like, I think they had originally like 10 or 12 characters, and so then every 2 or 3 weeks they were like new one, and each time they did that, they would release the blog page of like news around town, and they would start giving out the story and the lore of all the stuff in like a newsletter, and so it was Piltover Times or something, I can't remember, but we got to learn about like this war of Noxia that was going on and a whole bunch of stuff. So when Arcane came out, it was very much like, oh, we know these names, but like none of this really makes a lot of sense. So it's cool. They did a really good job, I think, adapting a game to a show by kind of rewriting a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it from here.
Yeah, it looks like they've definitely been playing with Demacian lore.
Yeah.
So it looks like
was missing from the last season.
Yeah. Didn't really have anything to do with Noxus or Demacia.
It was all about Piltover and.
Which I think is on a different continent, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. There's this huge war between Demacia and Noxus, and then there's an offshoot that is Piltover, which was a city that was built
to get away from all their shit.
Just to kind of get away from that crap, as just like this bastion of technology and amazement. And then from that, the slums kind of built out. Zon, I think is what it's called. So these two were kind of like opposing forces, because this was like chemical and this was gears, like technology,
right?
Chemistry, and then this is like brutality and like the classic paladin kind of code.
Yeah, and they are specifically, Demacia is anti-magic and Noxus is city of mages, basically. Yep. And they go back to Morgana and her sister, right? Like that, the history of that conflict goes back to the splitting of Morgana and her twin sister.
And then beyond that, there's also the entirety of like the Egyptian pantheon under there, because you have all the Egyptian gods, and then you have like Amumu, who's a mummy, and all the weird animal creatures that were just like exists for some reason, but we don't talk about.
Yeah. You mean all of the Yordles?
The Yordles are a whole set. Yordles are more like Mughals than anything else in that universe.
Yeah, they literally just are born of magic and exist wherever magic exists, right?
Something like that.
Some I I don't know. Hashi Brown, we're talking about, I guess, Arcane and League of Legends. It is esoteric and dumb, but also kind of interesting. But Damacian lore is, yeah. I appreciate the spelling.
Farmacia. Yeah, it's great. Man, League was fun. I don't know if I'll ever play it again.
Toxic as shit,
Toxic
but
as shit,
fun. Mm.
But it was fun. It was a good time. It was a good time if you had a bunch of friends to play with.
Mm.
A couple of my friends basically started playing like, I refuse to play this game unless we have a full team of people.
Yep.
And that was kind of the beginning of the end for us playing it, because it was like, yeah, you're right. Like, the game isn't as fun when it's just... There's always one random dude that just is kind of a dick.
Yep. My younger brother played League for a long time, and he was the same. But it got to the point, like, it was so toxic that even when he was playing with all of his friends, he still ended every match screaming.
Yeah. That was the end point for us when we
yeah.
Even when we would win a game, we'd be pissed off. We're like, why are we playing this game? Like, let's just go do something else. Same thing happened with Halo. I used to play Halo. I think I was pretty good at it. Like, I wasn't a professional player, but like, I was probably the best out of the random people I played with around town.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it got to the point where I was just always pissed off, regardless of whether or not I was winning. I was just like, I'm not gonna play this anymore. Can't believe I'm subscribed to a LOL fan. Oh yeah, I mean, I was a dick. I don't think I ever got. Maybe I got diamond. I can't remember. I didn't play a lot of ranked, but I started towards the end. But I mained Soraka middle, so like that should tell you everything you need to know. If you know anything about League of Legends, 1, you're not supposed to do that. 2, it's not supposed to be good. And 3, it is kind of a douchey move, and I did it all the time, and I was great at it. So that was it. Yep.
Is Soraka the lady with the robot ball?
No, Soraka is she's the centaur unicorn lady, fawn lady. She's a support character.
Oh.
She's a really good healer. I played her.
And
I played Pantheon, who was a spear wielding dragoon dude. I played.
He's had some interesting lore upgrades probably since you played.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Hashi Brown, to be perfectly clear, I have always despised League of Legends. I'd never played it. I've just seen people play it and watched how vitriolic they become, and said, you know what, no. And then as watching it destroy relationships, I said, I think I know enough about this to not be a fan of it. I am a fan of Arcane, though. And I'm a big fan of Fortiche Animation Studio.
Yeah, I think League is a good game. I think they've let their community kind of eat itself. And part of that's because I think the guys that run Riot, like they really want to be an esports team, and that's just not great for any game. But the people that like it still like it. It's still a good game. Like it's strong, functional, highly like very snappy, very polished. Lots of really cool characters, lots of cool mechanics.
It might have become less toxic with the community around it kind of like shrinking, but maybe not with Arcane drawing people back to it. I don't know.
They're making different IPs now. Like they have, I think a lot of my friends play Battle Chess, whatever the fuck their Battle Chess version is.
Oh yeah.
Which is gambling. It's just League of Legends gambling.
Great.
Yeah. And then they're also making, like, they made some RPGs for it and stuff, and they're expanding their brand out. But
yeah, which is good.
But I just don't want that competition anymore, so I'm making a co-op game.
Yeah.
That's why.
Totally get it.
I did. Alright, I need to go. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay. Do you want me to start drawing?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll move this out of the way. Let me take a picture of this real quick and then I will.
Yeah. Sorry, if you need to go, I can sketch in the margins.
I need to save this out. Otherwise I will forget. I'll shrink it. Then I'll be right back.
Okay. Now that Rook's gone, I can acknowledge the Hashy Brown's comment, without hurting Rook's feelings. I'm your favorite because I'm because I'm better in every way, right? That's absolutely not true. All right, what am I going to start with? Oh. Wow, all my settings are changed. Hello, Jordan. It's just me, Druid. For a second, Rook had to step away. He will be back shortly. I am just starting drawing my warm-up, so I'm probably going to start with the Satyr, as is my wont. It is February, after all. How you doing? You just missed a bunch of arcane talk. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you. These might be demonic horns, so maybe this is a tiefling. February sounds like a season of getting drunk in the woods. I mean, if it wasn't so cold in the fucking woods, it would be.
Look at that. One of your teeth.
I'm sorry. Yeah, welcome back. Sorry to hear that, Jordan. Dentistry work. I find that incredibly stressful. Good luck.
I have flossed almost every single day since my last dentist appointment. And it
Nice.
is amazing. They're like, do it. And you're like, eh. Makes a huge difference, and I did not know this. Dragon Shark. That's what I'm drawing next. Go back in time, tell your earlier self stuff, floss more. Floss more, protect your teeth. Maybe I'll do blue. Dragon Shark, huh?
I'm immediately trying to think which species of shark lends itself best to like a draconic form.
Mm-hmm.
And I got nothing because they're all so similar.
I mean, dragons are mostly neck.
Yep.
And
sharks have a lot of neck anyway, so.
Yeah. That's good, Jordan. Yeah. That means hopefully it's nothing too important and it's something that's easily fixable.
Yep.
I chipped a tooth. That was a pain in the ass. That was not a fun weekend waiting for the dentist. Then it was like a 2-hour fix, and it was fine. I think I once went like 10 years without going to a dentist.
Oof.
That was not great. That was a rough time.
Even I haven't gone that long.
Tell me
Yeah.
what you think of this. A realistic dragon would be a living dinosaur. It would be conventional wings with feathers and spit venom instead of fire. I mean, realistic dragon is kind of a... I don't want to say... maybe it's an oxymoron. Because to me, like, the thing that makes a dragon is that it is kind of a mythical thing that
Yeah.
doesn't exist. Because otherwise it's not a dragon, it's just a dinosaur.
If we're talking real world facsimiles, I personally think pterosaurs fit the bill better than dinos.
I feel like I've just drawn a dolphin.
I mean, you kind of have.
I'm gonna look up some sharks. I mean, the biggest problem with dragons being realistic ever is that they have 6 limbs, right? Like that's kind of out the door. So like, if you wanted to say realistic dragon, like you'd be looking at something. I think you're right. Pterosaurs might be better.
They're certainly the closest thing we have to wyverns historically.
Yeah, and like I think the Quetzalcoatl is like the
Quetzalcoatlus, yeah.
kind of like that. Well, that's like they named a dinosaur after that, right? Or a pterosaur after that.
Oh,
But like the mythical version of that, which is like the winged serpent. I think that's kind of what you're describing right there. Which once again, it's like maybe that did exist at some point in time, and that's why people think of it. But, yeah, the extra wings always throw me. It shoots venom darts. I love the concept of that. Like from a design standpoint, that's great. But like the thing that's always bothered me about ultralisks and hydralisks, things that shoot spines, like if they can regenerate spines that fast, how are they killable? Like how can anything kill them? Well, we only regenerate the spines. It's like,
which from an energy conservation standpoint, that makes a little bit of sense that if they were able to regenerate, they would only be able to regenerate small things like that. But it still feels extremely magical, right?
yeah.
Because we like fats polymerize, and we do have some like rapidly hardening polymers but the amount of energy that it would take to biologically produce them is just kind of not feasible. So you really would have to be working in a universe with extremely different rules, or one in which energy was significantly more abundant, which is in my mind just a magical universe anyway, because I think of magic as just like potential energy.
Once again, I'm just gonna put this out there. Technically, humans have a breath attack. You just have to invoke it, and you can only do it once. It only produces projectiles while molting, so it just like throws its sloughed skin off.
Yeah.
Technically, then, if that's what we're saying, then crabs also have projectile claws and legs. They're just bad.
They're too slow to affect anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharks' eyes are really far forward from where I want them to be.
I'll still move them back.
Would a shark dragon have wings? That's the real question. Or would it be
I mean,
it could swim with wings.
like a shark. I've been trying to avoid saying it, but the shark dragon is just Garchomp, the Pokemon, the hammerhead shark, pseudo legendary dragon.
Garchomp. Oh, yep. Oh, no, yep. That is a dragon submarine shark.
Yep. Pokemon makes a lot of their dragons and legendaries like half mechanical. Which I have never understood why, but they do.
What are you doing, kid? Please don't touch the TV. Okay, great. Sharks do produce a lot of teeth pretty fast. I'm sure evolving a sling some high speed. But it's not instantaneous. That's the thing. Like, if a shark could jettison its teeth, I'll give you that it could maybe jettison its teeth. How quickly can it regrow its teeth? So you get like one shot every 6 weeks, and then times the amount of teeth you have normally. So I mean, hell, if you could shoot 20 teeth in a rapid amount of time, and then you couldn't do it for like 3 weeks, that's still pretty scary. Don't get me wrong. 20 projectiles a week. That's pretty good. But it's not Hydralisk, taking down a battle cruiser with spines, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. The thing about the Hydralisks that have bothered me is the amount of internal pressure they would need to produce in order to shoot something out of their body with that much force. Like, how do they not tear themselves apart from the inside out?
Sure.
Most projectiles, even if you throw a really sharp projectile, it loses energy sticking power pretty fucking fast. So, sharks being able to spit teeth doesn't actually scare me, especially because of how much resistance to motion water produces.
That's true, yeah. There doesn't have to be an aerial shark. That's already pretty dangerous enough.
Yep.
We made some kind of shark dog. Sharky the shark dog. I'm gonna steal some space here and then I'll move it.
Yeah, sure. I don't plan on doing anything more below the belt anyway, so.
We crossed over into Sharknado territory. Yeah. Like a chameleon. Chameleons are interesting. Yeah, they have the muscular tongue thing.
Yeah. Biologically, there are creatures that have evolved harpoons.
Like snails.
Which, yeah, I always forget what the name of the snail is. Like that one horrible snail in the South Pacific.
I don't know what you're talking about. South Pacific harpoon. Is it the penis thing? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Okay. There's some fish that have barbs that stick in your penis.
Yeah.
Not wholly on purpose, but that's fine.
The cone snail.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, they have harpoon penises. Slightly different, but still terrifying.
Well, they also have a straight up harpoon that they use to hunt fish.
Oh, I'm thinking of something different then. There are snails that are hermaphroditic,
Yeah, yeah.
and they just roll up on other snails, and when they see them, they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And then they shoot their penis harpoon at them. I don't think they shoot them. I think they just ram into, like, they joust at each other.
Mm.
With their peens, and then when they poke the other one, they're like, "Haha, I win!" And they detach it, and then they just walk away. They're like, boom, replication. Which seems like a big flex for something that seems like it should probably be like both beneficial.
Yeah.
I guess the challenge is who gets to lay and take care of the babies. So. Oh, biology, you so weird.
You so weird.
I'm gonna have to look up that cone snail harpoon thing.
Yeah, that's pretty fascinating.
They have a toxin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very dangerous.
Do they shoot the harpoon, or do they just like? Do they have a stinger? Is it a harpoon or a stinger?
It is a straight up harpoon.
Nice. That's cool.
It's attached with a. Yeah, it stays attached to them. It's hollow and it can inject. I forget what kind of toxin. Probably neurotoxin because I think they're native to Australia. So everything's neurotoxic in Australia. Yeah, it's I think it's made out of calcium, same as their shells, and yeah, it's extremely dangerous, and they kill a fair number of tourists every year.
Is it more than cows?
That I don't know. Cows are dangerous. So are bathtubs.
Dino Dragon runs out of ammo. They just use their own teeth to deliver venomous bites, or crude tools covered in their venom, since they are intelligent. This went way off the rails from if you had a real dinosaur.
Yep.
Or a real dragon.
That's okay. Speculative biology is fun.
Sure. Whoa, kid. Okay. Here we go. This is an ethereal dragon shark. The wings and the halo don't make any sense, and that's okay. That's what I've done. Use the rest of your imagination, and we'll have a good time. This is the sorry. I don't need to talk about blue. It's fine.
Yeah, please.
I like good IPs. Coming out with a second season of Edge Runners. It's the cyberpunk anime. But I don't know how they're going to do that, because they kind of killed everybody. I don't know what the story's going to be about. I guess we'll find out.
It'll probably be about a bunch of new characters. Either that or they're going to realize they did something bad and retcon the murder of all the characters.
I think it is very like Ghost in the Shell-esque, so like, because in Cyberpunk, I think everybody like, you die, right? Do you canonically die and then get rebuilt or not? No, probably not.
I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the genre.
All right, there's my shark. I'm gonna call that one good. I think the game is in a state to which people can play it now.
That's exciting.
Yeah, took me a little while. Took me a month and a half longer than I thought it would. But but I need people to play it.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Yeah. First time I mentioned
There's a
this
minority
to
of
you, I
people
had
in
you
Cyberpunk.
flummoxed and baffled. You have no idea what to say about the idea. Oh, wait. About the dragon? There's a lot going on there, Jordan.
Yeah.
That's why. You got a lot going on. And every time I try to comment on it, you add more to it. So there's the human scribe reanimated as a white oracle. Nice. Yeah, I think.
What's a white oracle?
I assume it's just like a white, like a zombie.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, different spelling.
Yeah.
My brain was going white necromancer. I was like, well, oracles aren't inherently evil. So how do you
A zombie.
how do you make a holy oracle? Yeah. Silly me.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with designing your own dragon creatures for your own games and stuff. I think it's great. I think it's good to do, and I think the way you're doing it is fun. Trying to make it more realistic. It's a venomous feathered dinosaur. Yeah, I mean, well, that's fine. That's not the problem that flummoxes me. The fact that it is also hyper intelligent, uses tools, has spines that it can shoot out of nowhere. Yeah. And you want to call it a dragon. So those are the three caveats I have. Which is fine for you to do all of those things. There's nothing wrong with it.
It just is a little overwhelming.
But I call them as I see them. And all of those things are a lot to see. Kid, what are you doing? Give me a second. I gotta figure this out.
Yep.
What was that? Great. Great. I don't blame Nintendo Rabbit. It happens. There is oddly enough, I think one of the best kind of advices I got was from I had a really tough job when I was in college, and I super respect the guy that hired me because he was a hard ass. He tried to run the restaurant like George Ramsay, and and he taught me a lot of really cool stuff. So one of the things that I was trying to think about, especially when you're dealing with storytelling and like explaining something, is his rule was, what is the meat and potatoes of the dish? If someone asks you what's in a dish, you have to tell them the meat and potatoes, and then all the other crap. And so it's really important to kind of like flesh out the most important, like what is the things about this that I'm making. So if you're talking about wanting to do a dragon, like you started the conversation with rationalizing that, hey, I'm making a dragon that's actually just a dinosaur. It's like, cool, okay, like that's great, right? So I think that's good. I think you did it the right way. But to me, that starts this with, hey, you're building a dragon and it's magical, right? So that's great. So they can be intelligent, awesome. They have a spiked breath weapon attack. That's great. It's awesome. So when you start throwing in like, but it's realistic, it's like those two things are separate. Those two things are very different. Does it have a magical flame breath that shoots spines, or is it a quilled, lizard that can poke people with its spines? You have to explain those two different ways, because I think they conflict a little bit. Either way, like you mechanically for a game, it's great, right? Like that is a good concept. It's got good mechanical pieces. like I said, if you're just calling it a dragon, there are dragons that are like that already, so it's good.
Yeah, especially in Pathfinder.
Yeah, like that's right on par for a good Pathfinder dragon. But it's a matter of, if you're trying to make it more realistic, then I would pull back on the dragon and make it more lizard. So.
Yeah. Or more dinosaur, which I guess technically is more bird.
Instead of shooting spines, it just blaps at you. Which maybe that's worse than would be if it was spines.
And projectile vomiting bile is a legit survival strategy.
It's a sea cucumber.
Hashy Brown talked about spitting cobras in the Discord being the closest we get to fire-breathing dragons. I saw a thing that suggests that spitting cobras is an adaptation specific in response to human range crossing.
Yeah, because humans... Well, I thought it was... That's interesting. That is interesting. I thought it was cows, because you don't want to get stepped on by a cow, so you spit at them.
Yeah, I think rattlesnakes were an adaptation to horses for not getting stepped on.
Oh yeah, the tail rattle. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that. Jordan, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. I hope I explained my reaction to you.
Dude, yeah, there's no need for you to apologize. Let me explain for Rook here. He's not trying to shit on your idea in any way. He's trying to give you reasonable and constructive critique to help you make this better.
Yeah.
He's having an artist response, that I can tell.
Flu season is spreading fast. Thanks, Walgreens. Please let us give you drugs.
Unfortunately, flu is not my biggest worry about the world currently.
I mean, it should be.
It should be. It's not.
Especially at your and I's age.
Yeah.
I think Jump Rope and I both caught whatever was going around, and Jump Rope got real sick, so that was pretty bad. And then a lot of our friends started getting it, not from us, but just alongside us. And even my dad was talking about a bunch of people in their 30s that were getting hospitalized from where he was working. It's gee, scary. So it's a nasty one this year. Be careful out there. What else should I do with this bad boy? I guess maybe whites don't have to be skeletons. Maybe they should still have some skin. Yeah, Jordan. Overall, I think you did a good job. I think you did a good job of how you portrayed it. But
yeah,
that's my critique is pick a lane. Is it a realistic dinosaur or is it a dragon?
From a GM perspective, the difficulty is always too much, right? As soon as you start, if it takes you more than about 15 seconds to describe your creature, or your setting or anything to your players, somebody's going to check out, and then you're going to have to explain it again.
That's true. I do like settings that have those big. The Yordles are kind of a good example, as we were talking about that earlier. Of just hey, by the way, there's a weird subset of things that lives in this universe. This is
Yeah,
a whole
yeah.
city of ostrich people. It's like, okay, great.
Logistically, this city is very different from you to the point where it feels alien.
It feels alien, yeah, exactly. Because then the next problem you come up with when you do that kind of thing is essentially like, do they have different rules? Like, let me explain the entirety of their civilization. It's like, nope, that's too much. That's too much. This is why you give your players a textbook and a Pokedex session 0. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm getting at. It's just like, I'm here to tell you the biology of all the cool creatures I made. It's like, listen here, Tolkien. If you need to write a Silmarillion, that's fine, but I want to read The Hobbit first by myself.
Yeah.
Let me experience it before I have to read the Thesaurus. Pokedex is a really good example of that.
But also the worst example of it, because it's clearly clearly written by 10-year-olds who are just making shit up about their animals.
We were talking, the Game Grumps started doing a Nuzlocke run, finally.
Yeah.
Which is really funny. I'm excited.
I haven't watched
that'll
yet.
That'll be a good playthrough. But it is kind of funny watching them play some of the old Pokemon games and just being like, man, this world doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Hello, I am one of the world's top Pokemon researchers. How old are you, 10? Why don't you go do my research for me? It's like, what?
Nobody actually knows anything about any of these creatures that I am the foremost authority on.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got to be the foremost authority by exploiting the work of children.
Here, check out these 3 Pokemon that you'll never be able to find because they're exotic. And I've decided to research them instead of looking at the thing that lives outside of my door. These Pokemon professors are either incompetent or, like, unethical.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little both. I do like the idea that in the original game, Professor Oak was just trying to get you out of town so he could date your mom. It's like, hey kid, get the hell out of here.
I forgot about that.
Here, take one of these Pokemon and go on an adventure that's going to take you the rest of your life. Get the fuck out.
It does explain why his mother is okay with it.
Yeah. I told you I can't date him until my son leaves the house. Alright, well,
How old is he, 10?
you can handle Pokemon.
Fuck, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait 8 more years.
You want to be a professional Pokemon fighter, right? Best way to do it is to learn on your feet.
Here, I'll even get you started.
Yeah. Here's a Pokeball and $10,000. Get the hell out.
Oh, and here is a auto updating encyclopedia about each of these creatures. Don't you fucking dare come back to me until you have filled the thing out.
Find every Pokemon that exists. Hey, this says there's 150 Pokemon in the world. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, but if you know that they exist, like, yeah, just go find them. Mine's already full. Can I see yours? No, go find your own.
Wait, if you already have one for your research, why do you need me to make one for your research? Don't ask questions, kid. Just do it.
Classic grad student bullshit.
Yep. Larger sample sizes. No, Pokemon is very funny. I had an idea for a Poke-like game that I know I will never get done, but the premise of it is actually to poke fun of Pokemon as a whole by making it actually about real environmental science research.
Like real creatures, like you have to go and catch a pigeon and make it fight like a badger.
Yeah. Or you actually have to kill the creatures in order to retrieve samples for a natural history museum.
There's an animator out there on the internet that does cooking videos with Pokemon. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Like one of them is showing you how to. What's the little? Hold on. What's this one? I know it looks like the
Chikorita?
dip bug. Yeah. He shows you how to. Like,
Yeah, it does look like Dick Butt.
shows you how to quote unquote break one down for cooking. And then puts it
Yeah.
in, like,
Oh,
a
I
ramen
have
bowl.
seen that.
It's like, oh, I was not prepared for this. I need Tauros meat. We don't kill Pokemon. We do. We do it for you. All you feed me is puffin.
My favorite Pokemon fan thing is the like Pokemon in Nature series with a David Attenborough like voice.
Okay.
They're actually much better thought out than the Pokedex, which is not really surprising. But the animation is also really good.
We've also
It
talked
also
about
makes
that, like,
it makes everything look like a plushie, but it's
Yeah,
really
sure.
good.
I think maybe we've talked about, maybe we haven't. That there's another fan theory out there that most of the Pokedex entries are just wrong, like just total
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah,
um,
but
Like,
I
Cubone
100%
is just
maintain
a-
that they're written by 10-year-olds.
yeah, I mean that would make sense. If the Charmander's tail light goes out, he dies. It's like, what?
The fire inside this Pokemon is 10 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
I don't know about that.
Ponyta's hooves are 10 times harder than diamond, but colored black. Bitch, please. And then of course all of the ghost type Pokemon entries that are just like conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
but written as if they were fact.
I really like the idea that ghost Pokemon are just ghosts. Like, they're just straight up ghosts. It's like,
I
wait
mean,
a minute. That's not
a
a
lot
Pokemon.
of those-
That's your neighbor.
No, yeah.
Like, what?
A lot of the entries are that. Like, I think
Yeah.
Yamask, I think it literally says that they are the spirits of the dead, inhabiting funerary masks or something like that.
Yeah, which I like. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's the other theory that, like, humans are Pokemon, which that's more about the anime, because the anime treats it weird. But,
Yeah.
like, more than the games. But I do think that's an interesting concept to look at. It's just like, oh, when somebody dies, they turn into the spirit of this thing and become a ghost Pokemon. It's like, that's got some issues to it. Like, that's got some
It super
ramifications
does.
that we might need to deal with.
Yeah. I saw a short about that like the other week, and it was talking about literally how the Pokedex entry for Phantump is that they are the spirits of children who got lost in the woods at night and died. And they started asking some real pertinent questions. What happens if a Phantump finds its way out of the woods and back to its family? Does that family just now have a Phantump? Like, do they train that Phantump? Or is it just their little brother that's now back from the dead?
You got to think about things, people. That's all I'm getting at. Like, it's just
Yeah,
like-
yeah. Does the evolved form of a Phantump show up at its family reunion?
Does it remember?
Does it remember?
Does it remember? What was the, How far did you get into the Dresden books? There's a new one out. I gotta read that.
Is there a new one? Oh, I haven't picked up any since the last time we watched, so or talked about it. So let's see. I left off at the one where the last one I read was the one where his girlfriend comes back as a half vampire.
It's like the
And,
third book, isn't it? Third or fourth book?
I think it's the fourth, maybe the fifth.
Okay. Well, you're not far enough for me to... I don't want to spoil things, but, like...
Okay.
Something that can happen to wizards when they die is... Like, they have the death curse, right? You know the death curse? Have you
Yep.
heard about that?
Yes, I've
A
read
wizard
about
can
that.
basically expend all their magical essence because they're about to die and won't need it anymore and just, like, put a permanent curse on somebody. At the same time, which you learn about in later books, if that happens, but they don't have a target, like they don't know who they're gonna curse, sometimes all that magical energy can just like and create a ghost, and that's what ghosts are. Is people that had magical energy and they died in some way, and like basically just so there's no like in the Dresden world you don't have to like help a ghost pass on. Sometimes they have resolved issues which like keep them there, but it's just kind of an echo. So it's not really their soul. It's just like an echo of who they are, and I kind of dig that concept. It's kind of fun. And Dresden does a good job of like playing with that.
Yeah. That sounds like a continuation of lore that they dropped in like, what was it, book 2, with the guy that comes back as basically like a demon.
Yeah. I don't know if you've met you might have met Butters, who's like the examiner, the medical examiner. Maybe not.
Yes, I have.
And then there's...
Because he was pretty pissed off about the events that happened in... Yeah, he was pretty pissed off about the fire at the vampire mansion. Which I think is book 3 or 4.
Yeah, because all the bodies were torched.
Yep. The bodies were twisted by the fire beyond recognition. They almost didn't look human. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Dresden?
There's another guy. I can't remember his name though. He's a medium. He's really funny. But he's crap. I can't remember his name.
I'm not going to be able to identify them by the name anyway. So
yeah. He's basically he's a psychic. He's a psychic that does seances, but he hates it. He hates that ghosts exist. And so Dresden will go talk to him, and he's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk to the ghosts. They're assholes.
I think I do. I think I met him once briefly.
Yeah.
I thought he was just a throwaway side character. Does he come back?
In later books.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. As you do.
No, I'll do a fake seance for you. I won't do a real one. Ghosts suck. But I need to talk to someone tough. Please.
I think part of I've been having some issues with DMing lately. I think I talked about this a little while ago. Maybe you went there.
Yeah.
But I think part of my issue is I haven't been adding a lot of NPCs to the games.
Yeah.
And so I've just been talking directly to the players, and like it's not a good storytelling medium.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to do a lot of stuff with like, okay, your character has this vision, your character thinks this, you're feeling these things happening to you, and then those players just like, it's like, okay, you just completely shut down the thing because I didn't share it with everybody, right? I just shared it with one character, and then that amount of the story just gets kind of tossed to the ether. Whereas if you have an NPC, you can really like force engagement between multiple people. So I think I might have to have more conversations with the little dragon guy, but we'll see. I'll try to figure that out.
I had a similar epiphany about my game that we've been playing in, and it makes sense because my game was never meant to be like NPC or story heavy. It was meant to be, let's see how the game goes. Or let's see how the game works. But yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if I want to continue with what we've got or if it makes more sense to play the game that I want to play now that we know how to play 2E. If we started over, but I also don't want to make everybody start over with different characters, especially since some people now have characters they're invested in.
Sure.
And we already have so many. So many characters.
I mean, there's two schools of thought, I think, in that regard. Like one part of the thing that we were doing was basically a monster of the week swap-outable thing. So I think really if you want to start a new storyline, it should really just be like, what characters do people want to bring? And then it could very much be, I want to bring a character from the other game, or I want to bring a character from like the game we're playing this week, but we just need to make sure they're the same level or close to the same level, right? Like that's totally
yeah.
And then it's just at that point, then you're just telling a story and it doesn't matter, because they're just all adventures can be one-off. Not every story has to be part of a huge elaborate narrative, right? We could be having this huge elaborate narrative and then just go like, and then come back to that later. There's nothing wrong with that. The other way around that is, you know, keeping all of the characters from the previous thing and just taking where we were going and just kind of divert and start telling the story you want to tell completely. And we just, you know, if anyone has like, hey, what about this? Wrap it into the story.
Yeah.
No reason not to do that. So yeah.
I've already tried to do that twice, and it hasn't quite worked out.
I got really confused with the Fallout stuff. That was like that's from the other game, right? That was kind of bring back from the other game.
Yeah, it's pulling from lore from the other game. I don't think you guys learned enough stuff about that and what was happening for it to actually matter. But I think I didn't do that well. I think Dagon was the only one who got anything out of that because he was part of the previous game.
I think Jump Rope knew what was going on because she'd asked you about it out of game.
Yeah. I super appreciate Jump Rope being part of my campaign because she's all like, your wife is so smart. She's always on the same page as me. Like she listens, she hears what's happening, she puts the pieces together. Not saying that everybody else is dumb, but like everybody else has had more issues with picking up on what I was trying to do.
Maybe you have a similar. No, I'm not gonna say anything. Nothing I can say here will get me out in trouble. So. Okay, I think I'm done with this.
Nice.
Jordan, by the way, if you're still around, you don't have to be sorry. I don't think you did anything wrong. I was just making comments. If you comment about stuff, I will comment back to you. Unless you just want me to listen, in which case I will not comment back and I will just listen. Which is something people want sometimes.
Yeah. It's sharing this kind of information in a video chat also is, let's be honest, it's a little bit fraught, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the right verbiage and wordings in to make sure you're explaining.
Yeah. And especially then having to split all of your ideas up between the handful of different posts because you got a character limit.
The medium itself is kind of sucky for it anyways, because like there have been a lot of people that will just come into the chat and just like lore dump something huge into the chat. And it's like I can't talk to you about this because I'm having a conversation with Druid or like, you know, interacting with the chat overall.
Yeah, or even if you're alone, the latency causes enough issues.
So I've definitely had people come in and get frustrated because it's like, why aren't you talking to me? It's like, because it's a public forum. But I want people to be able to show their stuff. But if I engage with it, like I sometimes, especially with like the Discord, we have a space for like work in progress art and then art share. And like the art share is for, hey, here's the thing, I just want people to see it. Cool, great. Whereas the work in progress is like, I'm going to post something here. It's like, cool, we might comment on it, talk about it, like give our feedback. So sometimes
people ask
for
critique there all the time.
Yeah. So if you ever want to just like come in and do your lore dump, that's fine. But I might not comment on it because if that's not what you want, then it's not what you want. You know, it's okay to just be like, hey, I want to share this thing. Be great, sounds good. Cool. I think I am done with this one. I don't know what else to do with it.
I really like the wrappiness of the coat, armor, robe.
Yeah, it's like a burial robe.
Yeah. It helps it to feel kind of mummy-like, which is cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Ugh, how does he know to turn this car on? Oh boy. I got him a new set of markers, and he is covered in them. No, I think something I will say with Jump Rope is like, I think you picked a story that Jump Rope's like very interested in, which is really important. Like Jump Rope loves the Fae stuff and the ley line stuff.
Cool.
And so I think finding that kind of like knowing what your players are interested in is always helpful.
Yep.
And it's not always the same for every party or every people. And
Yep.
like Lars and I bumped into that too, where he's like, here's what the story's about. And it's like, ooh, I am not interested in that at all. Like that is, I don't want to say it's offensive, but I'm going to push back on that a lot.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to speak for Corvus, but I have a feeling that that's exactly why he ended up not wanting to play in my game. He gave it a real valiant try, but I think what I was writing was not interesting enough for him, and like not engaging enough for his characters.
Yeah, I think there's also a different kind of engagement too. Like Dagon doesn't connect with my games very. I don't
Yeah.
at the same level because
Yeah.
I think Dagon very much wants like intrigue and character, like background interaction, whereas I'm way more interested in just like how can you mechanically figure this out, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't care about your backstory in lieu of progression in the story. Your backstory will affect how you interact with it, but the story itself is existing for literally anybody's backstory, and how you bring your backstory to it is more important to me. So yeah, I think those are very different mentalities of play.
Yeah. And all of them are valid and good.
Get some Halo in here.
I've been thinking when we pick up my game, we might have like a new session 0 to kind of get everybody back into it. And I think I might want to pitch the idea that perhaps there's been a little bit of time since the last time we met, remind people of kind of where things are going, and suggest maybe you guys pick characters that you think might leave the government agency that you were recruited into rather quickly, and maybe start like your own investigation thing into whatever's happening.
Sure. Seems doable.
Yeah. And that might make more sense moving forward, but like I for sure at the very least want to touch base, remind people of the story, and see what people actually want to do.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about your game. Partially because
I'm not surprised.
We jump back and forth, right? Because like with what I just ran, like you guys going down and doing Jurassic Park, right? Like that was that was the last thing. That was an aside, but it had tales of what's going on in the world, right? So like Session 02 Electric Boogaloo. You weren't supposed to pull a lot of shit from that, but like I think the few people that did pull something from it, like that's good, and they have that nugget moving forward.
Yeah.
And so like with the Fallout thing, I felt very just like, why are we here? What are we doing? And what are we getting out of it? And I don't know what it is. Jump rope, like this makes sense, but none of my characters actually know any of this. And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's a little bit of like lore that needs to happen for any of that to be relevant again. But
yeah,
like,
totally.
I honestly don't remember which characters did what, and so like that's the other.
At this point, neither do I.
Yeah, right. Like that's part of the problem with what we were doing was just like even trying to get the characters that were like, wait, which character was the one that got that book that did the thing? It's like I don't fucking know anymore. Like, I have so much shit, and so I think there is a definite place for just kind of narrative progression of being like, cool, so we're moving on and we have these characters, and even if they weren't the ones that interacted with this thing, we as a group know that this stuff happened, right? Like and so it doesn't really matter which character you're playing per se. And like the other part is like we killed the weird demon spirit. That
It's literally called Redacted.
Or it's just a redacted character.
Yeah, it's a creature that has no name.
Gotcha. And I couldn't tell if that was important to story or important to like dig on story.
Mm.
And so it's like, do I need to care and or think or remember this stuff? I don't know. And that goes back to like the Jurassic Park thing, right? It's just like it's It's hard to tell what things are important in the moment when you're doing something that feels kind of like a side story. It's like, is any of this actually important? How do I log it?
The part of the problem is probably that like everything kind of stayed monster of the week, so it all felt like it was still side stories, and I have been trying to put important information in everything that we've done, so like it all feels like filler, but none of it should have been.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to guess that's probably where the confusion is coming from. So anyway.
There's also
People, don't be
wrong
like
with,
me.
There's also nothing wrong with like just doing the side quest stuff all the time. Like, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun to just do those kind of things. But then when you're trying to get that level of like, hey, I want to make a really narrative story, it's like then I think we need to stop that, right? Like we need to really kick out the side stuff and be like, hey, okay, if we're gonna do a storyline, then it's less about you guys choosing stuff and me just like directing you to, not me, you, I guess, you directing the party where the story needs to go.
Yeah, so. That is exactly why I'm thinking a session 0-2 is maybe necessary to get everybody on that page and to be like, okay, we're not going to choose quests anymore. You guys have maybe left all that behind because you've realized there's bigger stakes.
Yeah. I do also like, what is the quest board is great. Like I love quest boards in general.
Yeah.
When you want to do a really open-ended game, but like I've talked about this before. I think even Matt Colville talks about this, like the illusion of choice, right? It's like, so if you have a job board and you have 4 or 5 jobs, there's nothing wrong with like each of these jobs having a unique reward, let's say, right? So you get like, this gives you a free horse, this gives you money, this gives you a really cool sword. But in the process of doing this, all of these should lead the narrative to the next place, right? So if your game is just cyclical, where it's do a job, come back, pick a job, come back, right? Like that's what we were doing. That's what we were doing every time. And now if you want to break it narratively, you can do that. But really, what it should be is you go on a mission, you come back, and the story has to advance right before the next mission. Otherwise, when you go on this mission and then this mission and then this mission, this doesn't feel important to the story anymore because the story itself hasn't progressed. So like the illusion of choice is regardless of the choices the players make, the story advances in the way that the DM wants. And Matt Mercer did a really cool thing with that, like in season 2. I guess they did in season 1 too. But like he'll let the players progress something, and then something big will happen to them when they're finished with it, right? Like that's a great way to do it. And so it's I tried to do that one time when I'm gonna say I guest starred in your game or guest DM. When I like, hey, we just did this thing. Corvus pissed off some hags. I wasn't there, but let's continue that thing. Let's make this character more worried about the hags and see how the hags are going around with the guild itself. So like, and that didn't progress any further than that, beyond that. But like, I think that's a cool way to do the storyline, right? It's like, hey, you guys did this mission, and now instead of choosing the next mission, I'm choosing the next mission for you because of what happened, right? And I think that's okay. I think that's okay to do. At this point, is what I'm saying. Like, we were doing something different.
Sure.
We were doing something different. So it made sense to have the job board. But I'm okay with that kind of stuff. I think that's a good way to do it. And so even if you want to go down that route of like, hey, you guys are choosing to investigate this yourself, I think the DM having kind of a guiding hand in your decisions is really important in game.
Yeah. Up to now, I've tried to be really open and give everybody at the table like options and have people choose. But like, I don't know, between our tables, kind of collective avoidant personality
Yeah.
and me giving way too much information and hiding like little tidbits of all of the important information has been probably hidden a little bit more than it should be, or more subtle than it should be. I think everybody has become confused and or distracted and feel decision paralysis, which is I think that has been my biggest problem.
Sure. We talk a lot at the table about like visual storytelling and like environmental storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, Dark Souls has this really cool way of telling the story and learning things. Like, that's great and all. Most of the people that I think are really versed in Dark Souls and Bloodborne lore have to read it on the wiki page, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's something that you don't have in D&D. You don't have the wiki page. Jump Rope does. Jump Rope like goes and reads all the story of the gods and the stuff, and that's why she's so interested in a lot of those things, because she loves that.
Yeah.
I think Corvus does the same thing. Corvus is very, very knowledgeable in the way of like deep lore of things. And so me as a DM, a lot of the times, like, I will let Jump Rope, if she's like, oh, it's this god, and I'll be like, yeah, roll a die, cool, everything you know about that god, you know about the god. Like,
Yep.
it's like I don't need to interject you.
Let her cook.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's good. I think that's good. That's a way for players to like bring that knowledge in. But there's also been a lot of times when I'll try to do that. Like, oh, I say this. And you see this sigil, this specific sigil that I'll describe to them, and then Jump Rope won't pick up on what it is, even though I thought she would, and so she'll just disregard it. And it's just like, this is chosen specifically because it's something that I know you know about, and it's just not picked up on. And so, like, that would be an opportunity for me to, an opportunity where environmental storytelling failed, right? It's like you didn't pick up on the cues, you didn't pick up on the things, and so all of the context was lost. And that is a situation where it's like, nope, the DM needs to step in and vocalize something, and that's kind of where I'm trying to get through to that. And like for tomorrow, I need to call Burning, because I need to give Burning a whole bunch of information so Burning can navigate stuff. But that's what I kind of feel like what's missing in a lot of our D&D games is like really understanding the necessity of what information needs to be told and what information is important, because like, and I'm struggling myself with that, and that's not a that's me saying like having my NPCs not be vocal enough or tell enough.
It is the hardest part, and I think it's harder to do online than it is IRL, because IRL you get visual cues from your players. You can see who's paying attention, who's not, and you can prepare like resources. You can actually like print out the symbol and be like, you see this thing, and then Jump Rope's sure to recognize it, right?
I need to get more handouts. Those are always fun. Post in Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. I've had the same thought.
Okay, I think I'm going to save this out. It is 12:30. We've been going for over an hour, which is good.
Yep. I drew one thing, which is about all I've got in me these days, but
we could probably just call it here. I think that's probably a good time just to call it. I'm not sure where Chorus was today. He might have told me he was busy. I can't remember. But I hope they're doing all right. Hope everybody, I think it's warming up finally, so that's good.
Yeah. I know he's got electricity and internet, so... Because I talked to him yesterday, unless things wildly changed since then. But
I mean, my internet died this morning, so who knows? The world's going to poop. Going to poop. Yeah. Hash Brown, thanks for hanging out. Jordan, thanks for hanging out. Once again, I feel like I didn't alienate Jordan talking about their stuff. You're always welcome to come into the chat, talk about your stuff.
The fact that he keeps coming back, despite the criticism, is probably a good sign. Then probably
yeah, but
okay.
Criticism shouldn't alienate people. Like that's the thing. Whether or not it does is not on the person giving the critique. but it's very much a like I said, expectations. If people expect to get critique, great. If they don't, then sometimes critique is bad, and that's fair.
Yep. Totally fair. In which case, sorry, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. So if Jordan is still here, I just want you to know we do appreciate you showing up, sharing your stuff with us.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't sound like we do sometimes. So, other than that, that's all I got. Feel free to share your stuff with the Discord. I put these in the Discord and draws. People can use them however they choose for their games. I'm working on a video. Hopefully I'll help that out next week, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The script this weekend. I have to finish the D&D campaign map tonight. The game is technically done. I mean, it's not done. If there's a game that I was going to sell that was like, yeah, the game is functional, right? Like, the game functional and works, and like, hey, let's actually start selling this on Steam. I would say the game should be at like at least 50% complete. Like 50% complete, done. Like done game.
Yep.
We're like here. The game currently works. It has no visuals. It has no sound effects. It has one level, and that level is just to dick around it. So like, there is no game yet. It is not done at all. But it's to a point where I want to share it with people. So I will try to figure that out this weekend. If people want to just hang out and see it, I can send you a package on Discord, and we can try to play it together. I'm going to try to go put the boy down, and I'll probably be back this afternoon in Discord working on the commission stuff. So that's all I got. Thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.